Welcome back to Worse Than 10. This is Super Bowl week for fantasy football. Hope all of you are in the Super Bowl. Are you guys fantasy? Daniel? No, you're not
No.
in your two leagues. This is our guest today, our friend Dave, who's also a Bills fan. Fantasy league, the Super Bowl.
I am having a bad year.
No?
This year, yeah.
How many leagues are you in?
I'm in 2 leagues.
2 leagues. Didn't make it? When did you go out?
I went out mid-season, one of my leagues.
Mid-season?
Mid-season.
How do you...
Just couldn't win it.
How do you get out?
Couldn't win a game.
Damn.
There was no chance.
Would you draft all Bills players?
A little bit of Bills fan.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's rough. All right. Well, Pro Bowl players got announced yesterday, and apparently there were some big snubs.
Yeah.
Some of those, Daniel,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees
was
is a
one of
big
them.
one.
Yeah. I mean, he had a great year, so for him to
Yeah.
not get it was kind of shocking. Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, yeah, that was a big snub. I think he had a great season, especially in fantasy. He was I would.
God, he was awesome.
Yeah, maybe could comeback player of the year.
Wow.
Isn't that an award they give out at the end of the year? Comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see Todd Gurley being up for that one.
Oh, ooh, no.
Todd Gurley.
No, he maybe like
God,
reversal
second-
player of the year. He
I'd
was
say he'd be
terrible
like
this
sophomore
year.
slump player of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
he's fucking terrible this year. We're gonna talk about Bus in our next,
Second video.
because trust me, I drafted him this year. He fucking sucks. But oh, go ahead.
Andrew Luck was another one.
Andrew Luck, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a pretty solid year. I think Stafford had a really good year.
I mean, I have to bring out being a Bills fan.
Yeah.
Our offensive lineman.
Yeah. All right. Nobody. And
Number one rushing offense.
Incognito was one last year. I don't know if he was a reserve.
So he came in as a backup.
Yeah, a backup.
He came in as a backup.
But and maybe he'll, because a lot of guys choose not to go because they don't want to get hurt, or they're like, thanks, but I'm not going. So he might still get in. But
Yeah.
I can't believe nobody was a first ballot vote
For the offensive line.
for the offensive line, because we led the NFL in rushing and rushing touchdowns, and only McCoy got voted. So
Yeah.
I'm a little miffed by that.
Wow.
But Lorenzo Alexander got voted, and
That's
isn't
exciting.
he like 38 years old?
33. Yeah.
Oh, 33. All right.
First time,
Well,
but he's been unknown in the league for
Yeah, unknown.
13 years, 13
And
seasons now.
And kind
so.
of a journeyman, too.
Yeah.
So that was good for him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so Pro Bowlers. And so last week, semifinals in fantasy, kind of a topsy-turvy week. A lot of fantasy teams probably got eliminated and were shocked. One of my 4 teams got eliminated. I am still in the Super Bowl with 3 leagues, but some of the numbers, Mariota put up 1.83 points against the Chiefs in a bitter cold game. Great Chiefs defense, but those for Mariota are unheard of numbers.
Pitiful numbers.
After an amazing season for him. Thomas Rawls, 5.9, after he just put a whooping on the team the week before.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, 3.3. And, we just talked about Gordon was questionable and didn't play. And still questionable.
It's still
He didn't practice
questionable
today,
this week. Yeah,
but
I
didn't
don't know.
play, and he's been solid all season.
Yeah.
So he left some fancy owners screwed. So probably a lot of people got fucked on that one and got knocked out.
Yeah.
So to make your Super Bowl this week, don't overthink it, and trust who got you here, like your Andrew Lucks and your Tom Brady's.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Antonio Brown's.
Huge.
Stick with those guys, and don't switch around your roster too much.
Wow.
Don't panic. And who do you guys think must start this week? That you stick with and
That I would stick
keep
with.
it.
Well, obviously,
Definite starts this week.
Ben Roethlisberger would be one.
Yep.
Let's see who else.
Le'Veon Bell, McCoy.
Well, yeah.
Got those.
Those
Got to
guys,
start
LaShawn
those.
McCoy, of course.
Yeah. I think Todd Gurley versus the
Todd
49ers,
Gurley's gonna be a good one.
who's been a dud all year, but I
Yeah.
think this week you got to start him against the 49ers. I think he's going to have a big week. I like Powell against. He had a big week last week. I love him against the Patriots. If he's going to get the full workload and they
And he
keep
should.
Forte out.
I don't know if Forte plays.
Yeah, I don't think he's
That's
gonna.
what I'm
That's
thinking.
what I'm
But
thinking,
keep an
too.
eye on that. I like Andrew Luck in Oakland. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be a shootout. I like him. I like Mike Evans against New Orleans. I think that's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
And I like the rookie Thomas too, the wide receiver.
I like him as well. He's
Yeah.
been doing really well for me this
'Cause-
fantasy season.
Yeah, and Indy's secondary is suspect too.
Very
Yeah.
suspect.
Yeah.
I actually think though Andrew Luck in Oakland, I'd sit him. Oakland's defense is actually very good.
All right.
I'd be scared of their secondary. I mean, they have a lot of pass pressure from Khalil Mack. So
Oh, that's true. All right.
Maybe a scary start for me, but
All right. Well, I don't have an option in that when I have to start him. It's him actually or Tyrod Taylor, and I'm not doing
No.
it because Buffalo always lets me down, especially at the end of the season, and I'm not starting any anyone, even in fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami has a tough defense this week. I mean, the projections
do.
are not really looking too good. But with Tyrod, I don't know. I think with Rex Ryan circling the wagon around this time period, I mean, it's a division rival game. I mean, I could see Tyrod actually coming out and producing
Do ya?
this week. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't
Heard
know.
it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I also like Devontae Adams versus Minnesota. Minnesota's got some injured secondary. Devontae Adams, if you look at his stats, fantasy, he's got a dud game around 5 points, and then his next one is around 15 to 20.
That's some shit.
It alternates, so it means this week he's due for a big one. So I'm
that.
starting
I like that
Devontae
theory.
Adams.
Yeah.
So, and some pickups this week. I don't know. I got some flyers here, and Ty Montgomery, of course, you saw what he did last week. They're saying now he is the running back, and he had a monster game.
Yeah.
He did.
So-
He did.
Matt Barkley has proven, at least for the remainder of this season, he can be a good quarterback for Chicago.
That was a surprise. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's been with so many teams and never
I know.
been able to produce.
We said it weeks ago, and the week I picked him up, he had one shitty game and fucked me. And Jeffrey, since he's come back from suspension, he's actually having a really good season. The last couple weeks, I'm sorry. So, and Tennessee defense, I think, is a sneaky pickup. I actually dropped the Bills defense and picked up Tennessee because they're playing Jacksonville, and Jacksonville is just played like dog shit.
They haven't. You saw them play against the Chiefs. I mean, it was cold weather, but they held their own really well, and the defense pretty much pushed it to such a short, low-scoring game. So,
Yeah, so I like that. I'm going to play with Tennessee. And I have on here, do not start Sammy Watkins. I have Sammy Watkins bench because even at 90% last week, he had one catch for 10 yards and 3 targets. And that's Tyrod's number one target.
yeah. Against Weeks Cleveland secondary.
Yeah, against the worst defense in the NFL, and he couldn't get anything going. So I bench him. If you want to win your Super Bowl, bench Sammy Watkins. Don't start him. You might as well just leave the bench spot open.
I agree.
You agree?
And he was a guy that you were like, oh, he's gonna be.
I was so high on him.
If you go to your Super Bowl game, he is gonna be the guy.
God, I know.
He not
They-
fucking.
I love the Bills, and I'm always gonna be a fan, but they fool me every.
Every year.
It's like
Every
that.
year.
It's like that hot girlfriend, and she just keeps you on the hook while she fucks all your friends. And she's like, "No, I love you," and she just keeps you on the hook while she gives you a VD. And all your friends are like, "What are you doing?" Like, she loves me. You're like, "No," and she didn't get you a Christmas present either. I feel like an idiot. But next year I'm gonna buy Bills jerseys, and I'm gonna still go see the games.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know,
It's a
I'm probably
vicious
gonna fucking draft him next year.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
No,
just,
you will.
I will. I'm an idiot, but
It's a
whatever.
frustration of being a Bills
It is.
fan.
It is.
All right,
God
next
damn it.
video.
All right.
We
Yep.
will talk about So a little bit about our fantasy, what we thought were busts in that
Yep.
first round.
Yep. Like,
And,
like Sammy Watkins.
Yep.
Yep.
And who were our MVP?
Yeah, and our best players of our draft.
Yep.
And of days. Which apparently there weren't many because it went out mid-season. All right, watch our next video. Thanks.
Thank you.